You were driving, washing dishes, or trying to sleep when a thought about your father suddenly appeared. It might have been a good memory or something painful, his voice saying something that stuck with you for years. You ask yourself, maybe for the thousandth time, why this relationship is so complicated. This relationship appears in movies, with a hero and villain in the same person, love and resentment in the same heart, and things left unsaid. It transforms over time, with both the child and father changing, but rarely in sync. This results in a universal, yet rarely discussed experience, feeling like you and your father lived different sides of the same story, with love and distance both real. Today, we'll explore this relationship's entire curve, from start to finish, without romanticizing or simplifying. If your father is alive, this might make you want to call him or understand why you can't. If he's passed away, it might evoke unexpected feelings. If you're a father, this will be a mirror you can't look away from. Phase 1. The flawless hero, 0 to 7 years. Before age 7 or 8, children see their father as the greatest force in the universe. This isn't poetic, it's neurological. At this stage, children can't see adults as flawed humans. The father is the biggest, strongest, wisest, the embodiment of protection. Remember when you thought your father knew everything? When his answers were unquestionable truths? When running to him made the world make sense again? Developmental psychology calls this secure attachment. A child with a secure base in their father develops trust in relationships and resilience. Without it, they spend life seeking security elsewhere, in relationships, achievements, or approval. The father you had at 6 still influences your decisions, fears, and how you love. This isn't sentimentalism, it's documented psychology. Our mental representations of security and love begin in these early years, with the father as a central piece. Phase 2. The fall from the pedestal, 12 to 18 years. Then comes adolescence, and the fall from the pedestal. Between 12 and 15, children start seeing their father differently. They gain the ability to relativize, compare, and criticize, fueled by hormones and the need to build their own identity. They realize the father is human, makes mistakes, and has contradictions. The hero has feet of clay, bigger than the child was prepared to see. This process is necessary for psychological development to build a separate identity. The child must symbolically kill the father to become themselves. The problem is few fathers are prepared for this symbolic death, and few children understand it's a growth process, not cruelty. You don't understand anything. You're outdated. You never listen. How many fathers have heard this? How many children have said it, not realizing it's a painful transition for both? The father's response depends on who he is and his self-work. Some shut down, treating rebellion as disrespect. Others withdraw, creating a wound that silently grows. Few manage to stay, understanding the child attacking is the same one who ran to them with scraped knees. Behind adolescent anger is a question. Will you stay even if I'm difficult? The father's behavior answers this, defining much of what comes next. Phase 3. Functional distance, 20 to 30 years. After adolescence comes functional distance. The child leaves home, goes to college, starts working, and the father-child relationship takes a back seat. This isn't necessarily out of resentment, but as a natural movement of self-discovery. There's an entire identity to build outside the home, mistakes to make, and achievements to claim without the father's shadow. But this distance carries unresolved weight from past conflicts, unspoken apologies, and silences that lasted years. Later, the father appears within them, uncalled, without permission. At work, They lead with words they once hated. At home, they hear themselves echoing their father's phrases. In the mirror, they see the contours of the face they used to look up to. My God, I'm becoming my father. This recognition invites them to see the father not as a hero or villain, but as a human. A man who was also a son, who had his own father, stories, wounds, and choices the child never fully understood. Phase 4. The man the father always was, 30 to 45 years. In their 30s, something breaks in the best sense. The armor from adolescence becomes too heavy. The question returns, who is this man who is my father? Here begins the adult-to-adult reunion. No longer a child or teenager, but two adults sitting together, truly seeing each other for the first time. The father who seemed distant might not have known how to get closer. The father who never said, I love you might have shown it in ways the child couldn't recognize. The father who was always busy might have been thinking about the child, unable to communicate it. The father's mistakes don't erase their consequences, but change the conversation from accusation to understanding, and sometimes, with courage, to real repair. Forgiving isn't forgetting. It's freeing oneself from carrying anger. Maturity offers the ability to see the father as he is, with real flaws and qualities, and to love this real man in a way childhood love couldn't. Phase 5. The son who cares, 50 years and beyond. Then comes the moment when strength shifts sides. The father ages, and the invincible body shows signs of time. Memory fails, posture changes, steps slow. The hands that once seemed capable now seem smaller. This moment is complex and emotional. It brings tenderness for the vulnerable father, anticipatory grief, impatience, and unresolved resentment. I need to resolve this before it's too late. But I don't know how to start. Role reversal reveals that caring is a form of love beyond feelings. It's a choice, presence when it's hard, patience when walking away is easier. It's honoring the relationship and oneself. In caring, children discover the father anew. Vulnerability allows conversations that should have happened years ago. The child who cares completes a circle that began at 6 years old. The father's death is a universal, unprepared for experience. It triggers unexpected pain and reevaluation of the relationship. Unsaid things gain weight. Fights seem insignificant, and past conversations gain value. There's also the invisible inheritance, how you laugh, solve problems, show affection, and carry fears. The father lives in the son long after he has stopped living in the world. We're left with the entire curve, the hero, the villain, the man, and the old man. With what was unsaid, said too late, or said at the right time. If your father is alive and there's something you want to say it today. The right moment is now. The father you had made you who you are, including the parts you're still working to understand or change. Understanding where you came from changes where you're going. Here we face what needs to be faced.